Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin abdika wa rasulika lil mu'minina wal mu'minat wal muslimina wal muslimat. Today our sitting, 14th sitting of English briefing of the saying of Hazrat Hakim al-Ummat from the volume of his speeches Nizam Shari'at, and the chapter is Eلاعتصام بحبل. So Hazrat is pointing out the spiritual and the fundamental diseases, and also suggesting the remedies and the recipes to solve those. Hazrat has started from the reforms of madrasa, because this speech was done in Muzaffarnagar madrasa, and as usual in nowadays especially, the great differences were existing, and Hazrat felt that great differences among the elite class, religious elite class. So then Hazrat has given a bayan, the ta'addud, tabaddud, that be companion, Rafiq bano, na ke fariq ba, not the opponent. The root cause of this ta'addud and ta'addud is not bad, that it should be many institutions like many masjids to facilitate the Muslims. But if it is for charity and money gain, jalbul mal, then it will be very dangerous. The only ideology, the bad thing develops in their heart, that crush the other institution which is against us. So charity collection should not be in their hands, Hazrat is saying. It should be in the hand of the dignitaries of the locality. Our in Bhopal, may Allah bless him, good health, Ahmad Khaniazi was doctor. He passed 40 years in Makkah, and Javed laboratories were the first laboratory. The chemical test and all the medical tests they were doing, and he was very famous and very active. So he has started a masjid. I have given the same advice to him, that keep the control in your hand. And in those days, Qari Khalil was, he appointed, he was a very good man, and he came for Hajj, he met with me. But when I was speaking with him on a telephone, a student was present, and when I told him that keep the control in your hand, don't let this intellectual to control this thing, then it will be ultimately become the situation of occupation, and it is a disturbance. So he cursed me that the Haji Sahibs are good and the Maulis are not good. I told him, not this. These are our teaching of our elders, to protect the dignity of the Mauli Sahiban, because blame one is coming on them. So disheartenedness comes in the general public against Deen. And he was involved in some duties with the Sulatiya. So I told him that when masjid is given to Mauli Sahiban, this will be like the masjid of Sulatiya, that in Hajj days it becomes a hotel. They are getting the rent. So he said that, what wrong with that? Because they are spending this rent on the mosque and its services. I told him it is not allowed. So he was from our Sawabi. I told him, ask from Mufti Razal Haq. So he called him that on telephone. Hazrat Jazallah Khair, may Allah bless him, good health. He told him the same, that it is not permissible to take rent in the mosque. And so anyhow, this is and now that has been finished. Their story has been finished. Sulati has been captured by the government, and because they were doing these things. It was a mosque, and on the mihrab it was written, they built a mosque, the Rahmatullah built a mosque, and I have added in that, Mufti Said was present from Bombay when we were observing this thing. Jala Khalfu Fundakan, because they have converted it as a hotel. Anyhow, so these things then ultimately are the source of a dispute, and they bring the bad name of the real servant of Deen, Khudamuddin. So that is why Hazrat is saying that all the charities and the monetary affairs should be in the hand of a dignitaries of that very locality, not in the hand of a religious class. Today's subject was the Hazrat Shirk Billah. This is the most important, the 380 page of the same volume. Most important, I have given the example of a passenger car, that it has got 5 wheels. The steering also, it is a wheel, but it is a controlling and commanding on the rest of the 4 tires which are running the car. And the aqaid is the same importance of a steering in a car. So if they are not correct, rest of the 4 wheels are not acting properly. So these 5 components of deen, you can say, are aqaid, basic ideologies, ibadat, worships and virtues, mamlat, dealings, dealing with the public, dealing with the Muslim, dealing with the non-Muslim, Ma'ashrat, societies, ethnics, laws, ethnicity. So the rights of a parents, the rights of a friends, the neighbor rights and the public rights, and so these are the 5th one is a character building and the akhlaqiyat, behaviors. Kad aflaha man zakkaha wa kad khaba man dassaha. Those who have purified, clean from the bad attitude, their behaviors, and they have purified themselves, so they will be reaching ultimately to the success. So these were 5 basic things. Hazrat is giving the examples from Quran and also in Hadith. The Rasulullah asked from Quraysh Makkah that how many lords you have got. They used to say 7. 1 is in the sky and the 6 are on the earth. We will carry on the hazard saying, وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.